Well, this morning we are off to the airport and going to go shoot a video on all of the new features, the cockpit and the panel, and hopefully demonstrate the AutoPilot. It's a Saturday, about 6:30 in the morning. Sun's coming up, and we're going to go fly. So let's go. Well, this is where in the sequence of getting the plane ready and the cameras and everything that we kind of suck up about 15 to 20 minutes of getting all the cameras with the battery packs situated on the plane, aimed and powered up, and then making sure that the cameras are not going to shut off. We've been having problems with the refuel battery packs and the GoPro 7s, in that when we turn them on and get them showing that they're charging, so that there's about 3.5 hours of battery life on the units, some of them just arbitrarily shut off, and you're going to see that happen in today's video. So we did get the new harnesses in and the inertia reels. So this is passenger co-pilot side, and then we have the rotary buckles on them for quick release. And yeah, so gonna go play. So panel overview here. Everything's off, but we're gonna go fly. So one thing we have done is we've changed all the cameras from 2.7K to 1080/60 so that editing is a little bit easier. Editing that high resolution footage with multiple cameras, even though I've got a Mac Pro, gosh man, it just was like forever doing all the rendering of it and stitching the files together. And so hopefully we'll still have some good footage with this, but hopefully the resolution change and with the new frame rate will be okay. So let's go ahead and get this fired up. Clear! And everything should be coming up. Noise canceling is on, headset is adjusted. Pull the RPM down here. Radios are coming alive. It's 60 degrees outside. I know that doesn't help the camera view, but it helps me. I think what we're going to do is change glasses to get the auto tint ones here going. And we're going to OK. 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 And we are gathering satellite data. Go ahead and listen to the weather.
Tracy Municipal Airport.
Automated weather observation 1424 Zulu. Wind 100 at 5 knots. Visibility more than 10.
Almost
Sky
calm
conditions
winds.
clear below 2000. Temperature 17 Celsius. Dew point 14 Celsius. Altimeter 2.989 inches of mercury.
29er. There we go.
Tracy.
And we'll get that out of our ears. Flaps are coming up. And we'll go ahead and taxi down to 30.
One 4 Celsius. Altimeter 2.989 inches of mercury.
Wouldn't be surprised if the connector came off the back of the thing. Have to get under there and look. No breakers are popped. BT link nav, instruments, altimeter. Where is TLT? GNS 430, turn and bank, attitude, DG, nav1, com flag, exponder, instruments. There is a, there it is, EDM. We'll pull the breaker on that, reset it. Must have been an anomaly because it's working now. Tracy traffic, S91 Mike is taking 30 and going to be doing a crosswind departure, Tracy, off of 30. And we just had a camera shut off. And I don't know which one it was. That one. Dang it. Airspeed is alive. And we are up. Tracy traffic, S91 Mike is in a left crosswind off of 30, Tracy. Tracy traffic, S91 Mike is in a downwind off of 30, Tracy. Let's see if we can't get this guy to come back on. Craziness.
Westover traffic, Malibu 788 to Mike left, downwind 19er Westover.
Well, let's go ahead and we will engage the autopilot to hold our altitude here at 1140. We are going to dial in heading mode and activate heading and activate the autopilot. So now it's following a 089. We'll
Mike left base 19er Westover.
maybe set it to 090 heading. And it's going to hold this altitude for us at 1140. So there it's going to hold that altitude for us at that heading, and then you can see, and then we can change the track with this knob or the other one and dial in a new heading, and the plane is going to end up turning and sinking with that. And then that's the 530, and then the 430 transponder, and then the comm panel. Cylinder, everything's looking good there. Number 2 is running a little cooler. .64 degrees outside, 65. And then we got the iPad up and running here, which is tough to see with the glare on it. So we are doing about 2,500 RPMs, ground speed of 106 knots. And we got a little bit of a wind this morning. We can feel some buffeting. So now what we're going to do is select an altitude. So we'll go here and hit altitude. And we're going to say, let's go up to 2,500 feet. And then we were going to go vertical speed. So now it comes up with vertical speed, and we want to go up at 300 feet a minute. So now the autopilot is engaging, and we're going to go up, as you can see here, now 300 feet a minute. And we're starting to climb to 2,500. And we'll give it a little bit more throttle in the climb. One of the things that we've got now with the new air filter and the power flow is I can get a whole lot more RPM, or manifold pressure, I think is the term that they call it, out of the engine that, Crud, we can go past red line with it, but just have to be careful. But the autopilot doing really good. So here we are in the climb, and you can see the tape here showing our climb. We're at 300 feet a minute, ground speed of 102 knots. Got 1,000 feet to go now. We just got the beep. So if we wanted to climb at 500 feet a minute, we'd go ahead and just dial this up to 500, and now
The AutoPilot is going to adjust us for 500 feet a minute. Now you can see our climb rate starting to go up. Of 500 feet a minute. Still tracking the heading. Ground speed 99. So if we wanted to turn and go that way or that way, all we do is we dial in a new heading and the plane will just start to turn. So we're going to go ahead for a 060 heading, watching for traffic. And it just rolls out on a 060, and we're still climbing. As soon as we get within 200 feet of our altitude, we'll get another beep. There's our beep. Still climbing at 500. Gonna go head us off to a northerly heading of 360. And the plane's turning and we're watching for traffic. So now we're leveled out and we'll pull back on the throttle a little bit. See if we can't get a little bit more brightness. Nope, it's all the way up. So it is 7:41 in the morning. Let's get this out of the way since we're not in the sun anymore. Pull back a little bit here on the mixture. And we'll switch over to NorCal, just to listen. So we did shoot a approach with the AutoPilot, and I think we'll have to do that on another video. One of the things that's nice about it, if we disconnect this thing, if we got into a situation where, you know, the plane is, you know, doing stuff, let's go ahead and put it into a bank here. We hit level, and it will take the plane and hold that altitude and level the wings. And as we try to get out of level mode, it's fighting us. You can feel it. So we get out of level mode. And go back. And even if we get into, you know, a steep turn, it's going to start pushing us back. That envelope protection. So you can feel it on the controls. But we'll go ahead and get our altitude hold here. We'll go back on this heading mode here, AutoPilot heading. Got a Southwest Airlines 11,000 feet above us. $24.50 on the RPMs. 743.
322, contact Open Center 121.25. Have a good day.
And we're going to steer clear of Stockton's airspace here. See if we can, there we go. Got traffic, highways, get clear again. We can get rid of the highways and just keep airspace. And we just had another camera shut off. This one again, it doesn't like me. We're going to take the charging on this one off.
Seminole 66 Alpha Lima, NorCal approach, squawk 4525.
You know, you try to do your due diligence and get extended battery life to go with the
Seminole 66 Alpha Lima, rear contact, 1 mile south Castle Airport, Castle, altimeter 2988, altitude
cards
not to climbing to.
in the plane or in the cameras, you know, the high memory cards, and invariably it's like something shuts off. Kind of pisses me off. They just haven't perfected battery life, and I guess they just, you know, they're too small to be able to do anything with a larger battery because they want to keep that format and size down. I'd like something that's got 2 batteries in it. Kind of like the battery packs that you could do with the old GoPro Hero 2s or 3s, that you could put that extended battery pack on the back of them and, you know, at least get 2.5 hours of video time out of them. But no. So we got some traffic out there. Let's zoom in here. We got glare. Everything is glare. But yeah, so we got traffic and doing the same thing here on the iPad. Showing the traffic and then showing our glide distance here, and then the rings, distance rings that are there as well on ForeFlight. So very happy with the plane. We did get our cigarette lighter up and working, so that's now showing voltage. All the instruments, everything's working other than the anomaly of that this morning, but that's all working good now. So, but yeah, we're just holding, you know, 2,500 feet here, 2,500, no climbs up and downs, and all we have to do is plop in where we want to go or hit a direct course. What we're going to do is, let's see here, 020, so we're going to go a direct to Oscar 20, which is Lodi. Kind of show you how this steers. Let's see, is that what we want to go to, or do we want to go to 103? No, Oscar 20. So then we hit enter, activate, and now if we hit nav, it'll take us right to that airport, and you can see our turn. But so we don't go through the airspace there, I'm going to go back into nav mode to heading and get us out of that. So now we just loaded our route into ForeFlight. And as soon as we get past Stockton's airspace, we'll go ahead and put it back into nav track mode.
We're at the mic negative now at this time. Are you just on the air now? Mike, you got a radio service terminate, squawk VFR, and frequency change approved. Have a great day.
So you can see our track line is quite a bit off.
166 Alpha Lima,
same thing
approach 124.8.
showing on the
Have a
iPad.
good day.
101 knot ground speed. And we're right on the edge of the Stockton Airport airspace. Camera out there still on. Can't tell with that one out on the wing. Hopefully they're all still on and attached to the airplane. So now we're going to go ahead and hit direct, enter, enter. And now we're going to go back into nav mode. And the plane is going to turn us and follow this magenta line. We're in altitude mode, 2,500 feet, showing here 2,500 feet. Bring up to almost 2,500 RPMs. Everything's looking good as far as temperatures and pressures. Wish I had anti-glare. But we're still recording audio, so sorry about my big face in the pictures. But yeah, so turned up the light there. I don't know if that helps or not or causes more glare. But had the harnesses put in and also the door stewards, the hydraulic cylinders for those. And then Tuesday, which is a couple of days, going back up and they're going to wire in this 430 WAS to the 530 WAS so we can do crossfill and also pick up traffic off the transponder on this and hopefully tie it into the FlightStream 210. So unfortunately, I think they're going to have to pull this panel out and be able to get the radios. I don't know if they're going to have to pull that one out to be able to get to the connectors on the back of it or not. But it's like 6 wires that they've got to do to link everything together. But it's probably going to take them all day, which is unfortunate. We're tracking a 340. Everything says 340. That says 340.
702, contact Fresno approach, 119.6. Have a good day.
Says we are 8 miles away. Yep. Doing 100 knots, almost 120 miles an hour. Airspeed. 105 knots ground speed. A little bit smoky this morning. Welcome to California with the fires in the summertime. You'd think they would fix that. I think I complained about that last year. So the AutoPilot's doing it all. I mean, it is very stable. Flown it through some, bumpy weather here, hot in the valley kind of stuff.
And 140 NorCal approach, reader contact, altimeter 2988.
It just does a fantastic job on, holding altitude and keeping the wings level. That's what's stinking amazing.
November 87140 NorCal approach, radar contact, gas altimeter 2988.
So I see the airport directly in front of me. I think what I'm going to do is...
You're on the right frequency, just giving you the gas altimeter is 2988.
We'll set her to go to 103, which is the other Lodi airport, so let's go direct. I think it's 0 or O. Let's take a look here. 0. No, it's 103. Lodi, enter, activate, enter, and now it's going to turn us.
Over here, Roger, you said 75?
We'll recenter.
Over here, Roger.
Holding altitude, turn following the magenta line. Temperatures still look good. That one is 10 miles away. Zoom out here so we can see traffic. We're on a 20 nautical mile resolution. So that's the panel and the GPS and everything. Like I said, very happy. Hopefully we're still recording. I know that this camera is going to die probably, but before we get back. But just wanted to kind of give everybody an overview. I've got some weekend day trips planned that I want to go to Monterey and do that, and maybe fly over to a couple of destinations on the coast here. But we'll be doing videos on those. But thanks for subscribing and watching. As we get further into this and with the YouTube channel and everything, it's like hopefully we'll show you some fun places to go here in Northern California, and may do some trips down to Southern California as well. So thanks for watching. Tracy traffic, S91 Mike is about 5 miles out to the west over the freeway, inbound landing Tracy.
University traffic, S91 415 is in the base for runway 17 University.
Tracy traffic, says 91 Mike is final, 12 Tracy.
University traffic, 415 is entering the downwind for runway 17, University.
1, 2, 3.
University traffic, 415 entering base for runway 17, University.
Flaps coming up. Braking. Tracy traffic, says 91 Mike is clear, 1230 Tracy. Camera's still on. Wow. And we land.